Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing tonight? Good to see everybody here. And I'm going to ask you to mute your lines. I've got lines muted, but I'm going to ask you to mute your own lines here tonight. It's been a little while since I've been on here. I missed you guys. I miss doing this. I love getting to share this story. This is where the good stuff happens. I was out in Australia for a few weeks, and you definitely did not want me doing these like at 2 in the morning, which would have been kind of like the crazy time conversions. But my name is Brandon Cunningham, and I love sharing this information because I know what this has done for so many people. So for the guests that are here, thank you for being here. I'm excited for you. I'm excited that you get a chance to see for yourself why we're so excited. Someone invited you here that was excited to get you on here to hear this information. I'm glad that you're here. It means your health is important to you. And it may also mean that you're looking to have a little bit more wiggle room in the budget. Or maybe like me, I was looking to have a lot more than wiggle room in the budget. I may can get to that at the end of the story, but I want you to know I'm just a very average guy. Even though I'm on here and people say, "Oh, you say this and you know that," let me tell you, I'm from a little town in South Louisiana. My education stopped at high school. Um, Formally, I didn't like books. Like I didn't like the whole school routine. And so I definitely wasn't college material. I just jumped into business, jumped into life, and found myself in a position in my late 30s that I didn't want to be in anymore. The health story, my health journey here, which really is what got me to look at this information, is cancer runs through my family. My grandfather died in his middle 50s from cancer. And I saw the impact that had on our entire family. He was definitely an entrepreneur. He left his mark on me. And I knew that that was a pattern that I wanted to follow as well. But when I was given this information that I'm going to share with you guys tonight, um, I was excited about the possibility of being able to be proactive with my health, and then the possibility of getting to share a fun story to tell, something that I think could have some impact on people. And now I know has had a major impact on people. So while I'm just an average guy, we have been able with this product and partnering with this company achieve some incredible things. We've helped over 100,000 people around the world gain better health, and that's super important to me. I know that without your health, you've got nothing. It doesn't matter how much money you have. However, I also know that there were a lot of people that went out of business over the last couple of years, and there's a lot of people that are struggling right now with inflation, with gas. Like if the gas pump is irritating you, not the pump itself, but the price, it tells me that money is an issue. And I feel you because I was in that position when I was introduced to this company. And I'm so grateful that I took a look at this, and I'm excited to share it with you. Maybe you'll see what we saw. So let me jump into a PowerPoint that I'm going to share with you guys tonight that will kind of help. There we go. So, disclaimer, guys. First of all, we're going to talk about an opportunity. We're going to talk about money tonight, as well as a product. And I am partnered with this company. It's not my company. I don't speak for the company. I'm a partner of the company. Most importantly, what this disclosure basically says is there's no guarantees of what the results are going to be. Just like life, everybody graduates from high school, most do. There's no guarantee. People end up in different scenarios, not because of probably the high school they went to, but everything to do with the decisions they made once they left school. That's what this disclosure basically says. No promises. If you work, it works. If you don't work, it doesn't work. So let's get into the fun stuff. We are going to be talking tonight about an economic engine. Tonight is not the overview if you came to just know about all the products. I have to tell you the product story because without the product story, you really don't understand the magnitude, the significance of the opportunity. So I will spend a great bit of time telling you the product story, but just know my purpose tonight is showing you a way to build an economic engine so that you can probably get to the third option. not probably, you can. Probably that's what you want. The first option, we all start as an employee. You work, you get paid. You don't spin the wheel, you don't get paid. That's where the majority of the world operates. And it's also why the majority of the world is financially frustrated. Put it to you that way. The second wheel is where you become your own boss. You get a job that you own. You own the job, you own the business, you're self employed. While that does sometimes increase your income, it's also massive risk. I've owned a bunch of businesses. And still, if you're not spinning the wheel, the employees aren't showing up, profitability is not the way it should be, the bottom line starts to get, well, at the bottom. The third wheel is what we're all after, where you can create a system. Robert Kiyosaki talks about the cash flow quadrant. You've got to move over into that other quadrant, the systems quadrant, where you've got money flowing in without you trading time for it. It's where the wealthy participate. It's where the people who are not worried about the price of gas or the price of food or the price of education or the price of insurance, if any of that bothers you, you are probably not in the third window, but we can get you there. We got there, and I'm going to tell you how now. The partnership is with a company called LifeVantage. It's a publicly traded company based out of the US. We are over 10 years old. We are traded on the NASDAQ. And one of the cool things I think about this company is not necessarily that it has a board of directors, because that's pretty normal. It's who's on this board. They are absolute business moguls. And one of the members is actually Erin Brockovich, the Erin Brockovich. And I love that, to be able to tell that story, because we know what she stands for. She is known for finding nonsense. She is known for finding corporations that put money, profits before people, and she goes after it hard. And she's gone after some enormous corporations and won. Well, that same Erin Brockovich takes our products because of what they do for her. Her health is important to her. Protecting her health is important to her. It's why she takes our products. And she fell in love with our mission, so much so that she joined our board of directors. So why is that a big deal? I know you're looking at this to see if, is this real? You know, what's this all about? Well, I can promise you, while you may do great investigation, I don't think any of us can investigate at the level of Erin Brockovich. And she takes the products and she's on the board of directors. She's already said yes. I partnered with LifeVantage and I partnered with Erin. You can too. It's really kind of a cool thing. So where did we start? This is where the story gets the opportunity. This is the birth of the opportunity. In the 60s, there was a discovery at Duke University of an enzyme in the human body. That enzyme, they didn't know then, but they know now, is solely responsible for neutralizing the damage at our cellular level. Our bodies create garbage. They create free radicals. And early in life, there are enzymes in your body that do a fabulous job of neutralizing that damage, to the point where you don't even feel aging. You don't even feel that, like, if you don't get the sleep you need, it's not that big of a deal. Or if you eat meals you weren't supposed to, it's not that big of a deal. You can recover fast. You remember things. You guys remember what that was like. A lot of that's due to this enzyme. The problem is, as you age, that enzyme's production declines. And so this discovery, these scientists went on a mission to figure out what's this enzyme and how can we get the body to create more of it again, or to do what it used to do. And in the process, in the early 2000s, around 2003, 2005, is where they were able to bring a product to market that actually got the body to do what it used to do, make more of these enzymes so the body could start repairing itself. Well, ABC News found out about the science because some of the studies were being done at big universities. It wasn't just being done in a lab at, some corporation. These studies were being done at universities. And ABC News sent out that reporter, John Quinones, who you recognize, he's still on television. It's still ABC News. And his blood was drawn. He took the product for 2 weeks. and then his blood was drawn again. If you have not seen that video clip, you've got to see it. It's the ABC primetime clip. Ask the person that put you on here. It will blow you away. It says things that, well, honestly, we can't even say. Because we're not a drug company, we can't say some of the things that that video says, but it is forever documented. It's on YouTube. We have the links. Ask for the link. Okay. That is where this thing started. Now, the significance of that discovery was so big that the scientists got an award called the Elliott Crescent Award. Now, I had never heard of that. You've probably never heard of that. But some of its recipients are Henry Ford. He got the award. The Wright brothers got the award. Alexander Graham Bell, Albert Einstein got this award because they give this award to people who have made significant contribution and discoveries for mankind. And our scientists that discovered this product got that award. That is the magnitude of what we're talking about from a business opportunity. Guys, we're talking like airplanes, automobiles, communication, E equals MC squared, and cellular activation. That's what we're talking about. This is a big, big, big deal, and it gets bigger as you'll see. Here's why this is fundamentally different than anything else. For decades, the only solution for this cellular damage has been antioxidants that you get in fruits and vegetables and supplements. The problem is your body has a fine balance of what it can ingest and use. Put bluntly, if you take too many supplements, the urine, toilet water changes color, right? Or, I mean, apples are good for you, oranges are good for you, broccoli is good for you, but you would have to eat 500 cups of broccoli a day to neutralize the damage being gone on at this cellular level. And we know that's not possible. And even if it was possible, even if you could eat that much, which you can't, do you want to? I mean, like, that's all you would eat every day. And the answer is no, you don't. But there are enzymes, as I've already said, in your body that are millions of times more powerful than fruits and vegetables and supplements. These enzymes can neutralize up to 1 million free radicals per second, every second. Problem is, as we get older, your body's not producing those enzymes until LifeVantage, until this product. This product was developed and produced to help fight the aging process caused by oxidative stress, rusting of the body. We know that it reduces oxidative stress by 40% in just 30 days. It also increases things like catalase and glutathione. The longer you're on this product, the more your body is able to prepare itself, repair itself, and then be able to really start to do some of the things it used to do, like kind of putting the genome back into check, realigning the genome. And when that happens, your body begins to feel the effects of it. You start to feel better moods, better rest, better energy, because the product is allowing your body to lower oxidative stress. And the beauty in this, guys, is this. We know without a doubt, every person that takes this product has reduction in oxidative stress. It's never not done so. And it's been tested thousands upon thousands upon thousands of times. And how can we say that? Because of this. You've maybe heard of PubMed.gov. I had never heard of PubMed.gov. I mean, heard of pubs, but not PubMed. And it's where science studies are archived for people to read and educate themselves. And these universities did individual studies on our product Protandim, and they were published and are published at PubMed.gov. You can go to PubMed.gov, type in the word Protandim, Protandim, and you're going to see over 24 studies stating exactly what this product did in their studies. It is mind-blowing. From a product made of 5 plants, that's $50 a month, maybe 55 depending on where the shipping and the taxes are. Guys, that is unreal to have that kind of validation for a product that's not pharmaceutical or synthetic, something made of plants. It's never happened before. And I can't begin to tell you how many conversations I'm in about this product and what people say and know about what this product does. It is mind blowing. And it's why this opportunity is so exciting still today. It's been covered on NBC. You probably didn't see it there. There's articles in the Wall Street Journal. It's been in ABC News, as I just stated. You didn't see it there. It's even been on Dr. Phil if you like that kind of stuff. The celebrities taking this product. The point is, the message is getting out, but maybe you haven't heard about it, but it's coming. You're going to hear about it. Washington State says that Nerf 2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. They're calling it an extraordinary health breakthrough. So, with that being said, we didn't just sit back on the science. The company has continued to build on the science. And in doing so, you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to partner with this company. And you're probably asking now, well, then, okay, so that story sounds great. How do I do this? Okay. Looks like this thing's for real. It's publicly traded, board of directors, Aaron Brockovich, PubMed, all the studies. How do I do this? I'm going to keep this really simple for you because remember, this isn't about you having a job. This isn't about you starting just your own business. This is about you creating an economic engine, right? So you see these logos. I love talking about Airbnb. I use them quite frequently. I used them in Australia recently. Here's the deal. There is no opportunity unless you're solving a problem. You don't have a business unless you're solving a problem. So what's Airbnb do? Well, I wanted to go to Australia. I don't own property in Australia, but I need a place to sleep, take a shower. There are people in Australia that are willing to rent me or you their apartments in the cities you want to be in, and they get compensated. And Airbnb gets compensated, and you get what you want. Place to stay in a city you want to stay in. Problem solved. Airbnb makes money, the homeowner makes money, you get what you want. That is exactly what LifeVantage does. LifeVantage produces a product. The person that connected you to LifeVantage gets paid a commission. LifeVantage makes money for making the product and getting the product to your doorstep. Your problem solved because you are aging and you are increasing your oxidative stress levels in your body, and everything you don't want from a health standpoint, all the bad stuff you don't want is connected to oxidative stress. All of it. Every aging process, every aging issue starts with oxidative stress. And we know that we reduce that by 40%. We solve that problem better than any company and product on earth. Proven. Now, that is not the economic engine. Because if you own just one house, one Airbnb, you might make some money, but you probably are not retiring on one house. But what if you had 10 houses? Don't you think you'd be making more money? Yeah, it's leverage. What if you had 100 houses? Would that be better? What if you had several houses in several states all over the United States or all over the world? Now is that better? Yeah, it's absolutely better. It's leverage. And that's exactly what we're going to show you tonight. How to gain leverage with this product that solves a significant problem. Guys, like we said, if you don't have health, you've got nothing. And when you solve people's health problem, you've done something big. And that's why my wife and I and many other business partners are so ecstatic about this opportunity, because at the core of what we do is solve people's health problem. And for doing that and showing other people how to do that, basically franchising, we are able to scale a business. It is the perfect business model You're able to do this from anywhere. So this is the beginning of the scaling story. This is not a brick and mortar thing. The investment to get started is extremely minimal compared to traditional business. If you've got a cell phone or a laptop or a Wi-Fi, you can do this business. You guys, my wife and I, a guy from South Louisiana with a high school education, have a business that sells over $45,000 a day in this product. And we do it with a home-based or cell phone-based business. No employees, no inventory, no lawyers on payroll, no accountants on payroll, like that work for us 5 days a week. Of course, I've got accountants. But you should be asking yourself, how can I do that? How can I build an organization that's selling $45,000 a day without all those other constraints? That is what the beginning of this leverage story is about. Okay. To kind of explain the profit mode on this thing, just remember the number 3. However you come into the business, if you get 3 people on the pack that you picked, which I think it passed. No, it didn't. I eliminated that pack because that was for Australia. There's packs that you're going to pick. You're going to pick an elite pack. You're going to pick a premier pack, right? The elite pack is what I always suggest. It has all the products and it has the biggest savings. And it's about $1,000. Okay. That's about the most you're going to be able to invest unless you want to add some extra product onto this thing. 3 people come in on those same packs with you, you've got all your money back. Or in simple, if you want your product for free, get 3 other people to take the product every month because we pay 40% commission. 40 times 3 is 120%, guys. You're ahead of the game, right? So we all know which wheel we want, and this is how it's done. When we tell the story, I heard it again today. The most powerful marketing on earth is word of mouth advertising. It's the most powerful. No doubt about it. Whatever business you're in, if you own a business, you know your best customers come from referrals and word of mouth. We tell this story. I've been telling this story for a number of years now. And in doing so, when people receive the information, they either decide if they want to be a customer, if they want better health, if they want longevity, if they want what Washington State University says in all the studies, they take the products. Or some want to take the products and are a little frustrated with business. They don't have all these opportunities flowing their way. And they say, hey, yeah, show me how to do this. This looks good. I'd like to earn some extra money making people healthier. And they join us as distributors. And in doing so, we build networks of customers and distributors. This illustrates the power of it. What you're looking at on the left is the abbreviations of the countries my organization is in. And on the right, you're looking at the number of customers and distributors in those countries. So in Australia, yeah, over 9,000 customers and distributors. In Canada, over 4,000. In Spain, over 2,000. And at the bottom, the United States, almost 107,000 people. John D. Rockefeller says said, and he was alive today, he'd be by far the richest man alive, said he would rather earn 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of his own. That's that economic, that's this, guys. That's this. If you're a number 1, you're earning 100% of your own efforts. One of the smartest businessmen of all time said, don't do that. He said, earn 1% of 100 people's efforts, not 100% of your own. Look at these numbers, guys. These people are out telling people about these amazing products. And when they do, more customers get on the product. More distributors join us. And as they do, my wife and I, my business partners, and potentially you, hopefully you, will start to earn commissions. I don't know 107,000 people in the United States. I don't know 9,000 people in the United States, but I earn commissions every month when they take these products because I told this story and I continue to tell the story. And every month, thousands of people join our organization and I gain more leverage from my cell phone, from my home, or wherever I want. And it is giving my wife and I total financial freedom. The last thing I'm going to share with you to show you what we're talking about financially is our average annual earnings disclosure statement. In the middle, in that circle, is the monthly commissions on average. Pro 3 is a very part time position in the company. It's someone that is doing everything else in their life and is fitting this in kind of around the nooks and crannies. And they're averaging, on average, $581 a month. Pro fives are still doing other things in life. They still have their other jobs. They still are doing the things they're doing. They are taking a more dedicated approach to this. They're spending, I don't know, I would guess 10 to 30 hours a week in the business, but it's $3,000 a month. It's $36,000 a year. That's more than you're going to make at a side gig or a second job. My wife and I got to Pro 5 while we had 6 other corporations and we had 2 babies in diapers. 6 corporations, 6 different tax returns, 2 babies in diapers. My wife and I got to Pro 5. Pro 7 is where this thing begins to become a little bit more interesting. At Pro 7, my wife and I still own those corporations, but we made a decision at Pro 7 to start selling some of them and getting rid of the headache because they were not scaling where we needed to be. And the Pro 7 monthly income on average is over $12,000 a month. It's a 6-figure a year income on average. And it's at this point that I got serious about this and said, okay, I want to do this full time. And the reason I'm going to show you the next one is because I know when I joined this business, part-time money was not going to solve my problems. And for some of you that are on here, hardcore entrepreneurs that want to, like, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. And you need more than a couple $100 for the reason to do it. My wife and I are master Pro 10s. We reached that in 2014. So my math tells me we've been earning that average monthly income for 8 years. Do the math. It's an enormous opportunity. This is not a joke. This is a big deal with a medical breakthrough, with a publicly traded company, with a product that's been validated by universities, that has patents, that's made of 5 plants. Oh, by the way, it's 100% money back guarantee on this product. None of you hearing my voice has any reason to not try this product. And you don't do this for a month. Your body didn't get where it was in a month. It's not going to fix it in a month. You need to be on this product. Every decade you've been alive, you need to try it for a month. So if you're 20s, 2 months, in your 30s, 3 months, 40s, 4 months, 60s, 6 months, and the longer you're on it, the better it gets. But just know that this thing has no limits. The limits are what you want to gain out of this thing. So let me stop my share here and just finish up our presentation tonight. Here we go. There we are. I hope you've enjoyed that information. There's no script. You got the real thing tonight. You got what's in my heart, what's in my mind, and what I love sharing, because I know this business can change people's lives. And here's what else I know. All I see and hear and read is pressure and frustration around the world. Blame whoever you want to blame, but the people who are not frustrated are the people who are not in a financial crunch. If you don't believe me, look around. There's not too many multimillionaires or people that are not worried about money complaining. And they just figured some things out. And so I don't know where you're at on things, but I know for me, several years ago, I got caught in a situation where I wasn't happy. I was working way too much and not getting where I wanted to be. Wasn't seeing my kids, wasn't seeing my wife. I had to sell a truck back when gas hit $4 a gallon that I loved and had to get a little rinky dink car that I didn't want to be in, and it made me mad. Maybe you're mad. Maybe life is forcing you to move out of your house. Maybe the rent is getting so high you can't afford the rent. Maybe you're not being able to go on the vacations you want to go on. I don't know what it is. But if that's you, I'm encouraging you to take a look at this. I'm encouraging you to do it because thank goodness we did, because we were able to build this team partnering with this company that when the last 2 years hit, we weren't in the position we were in before. In fact, we were in a position where we could help people, not have to worry about us surviving. We could actually help others. If that sounds good to you, where you're not under pressure and you actually have the ability to help others, then do this with us. We are on a mission to get people broken free of jobs they don't want, with pay that is underpaid, and them not being able to do what they want when they want. There is a better way. You need leverage, you need an opportunity, and we know this works. It may not be for you, but it is a real company with a real product, and it really, really works. So I hope you enjoyed this information. What I hope is that you join us. What I hope is you figure this thing out. I had to figure it out. The person that put you on here, there's no manual to life. There's no manual to this. It's really simple. If you see the profit potential here and this is an exciting story and you want better health, then you get to tell that story and you get compensated and you can have other people do the same. It's that simple. This community is phenomenal. You should join us just to be a part of this community of entrepreneurs. Do it and you'll get introduced to them immediately. You guys, thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you being here. Sorry for a little bit of technical difficulties, that maybe a little rust for me being away for a few weeks, but we'll do this again next week. Find some people that want to be on here, bring them in. Let's let them hear the story. Maybe they will join you. Maybe I'll see you at the